Welcome back. The campaign trail rattled by major developments in the FBI's review of emails belonging to Hillary Clinton's longtime aide, Huma Abedin. Law enforcement officials tell CNN that FBI agents found the new emails weeks ago, but the Bureau's director, James Comey, didn't disclose that discovery until Friday, 11 days before the presidential election. While it is unclear when Comey knew about the emails himself, the timeline is raising a lot of questions as to why the information was withheld and then why it was suddenly shared. Joining me now to debate, Hillary Rosen, a CNN political commentator, a Democratic strategist, and a Hillary Clinton supporter. Also with us, Betsy McCoy, the former lieutenant governor of New York and a Donald Trump supporter. Thank you guys very much for being here. We appreciate it.
Hello, Poppy.
Hi, guys. Let me just jump in on this really quickly. Let's listen to what Donald Trump said yesterday in Arizona, actually in Florida. Let's listen to this.
And I have to tell you, I respect the fact that Director Comey was able to come back after what he did. I respect that very much. Likewise, they have essentially corrupted the director of the FBI to the point at which stories are already saying that the great, and they are truly great, men and women who work for the FBI are embarrassed and ashamed of what he's done to one of our truly great institutions, the FBI itself.
So, Betsy, Donald Trump was just saying what you just heard there, the last part, 2 weeks ago. And then yesterday he came out in Arizona with effusive praise for the director. Does he risk looking hypocritical, looking like he only likes the Bureau and the director when it works to his benefit?
Not at all. What has happened with the FBI and the Justice Department is the very definition of corruption. Long before the FBI released its report in July, the President of the United States went on television and said Hillary Clinton is innocent. That was corrupt. Then President Bill Clinton went on Loretta Lynch's private plane for 30 minutes just days before the decision was to be rendered. Wait a second, I'm explaining to you.
No, Betsy,
I'm explaining to you why he is correct.
But I asked you a specific question, and I don't want to relitigate this in the court of public opinion. What I want to ask is about your candidate who you are endorsing.
Yes, and he is correct.
Which
is correct that what happened in July was corrupt. It was the essence of corruption. And then just days after that FBI report was rendered, Mrs. Clinton is suggesting that Loretta Lynch will be Attorney General under her administration.
She did not say
that. That is exactly corrupt. Now, fortunately, James Comey is doing his job, and the Clinton administration is trying to make Comey the issue. It's Hillary Clinton who's the issue. She is the one who set up that email system in violation of federal law.
Betsy, let me jump in here. And Hillary Rosen, I want to get to you in a moment, but I want to correct one fact, and that is that you said that Attorney General Lynch was promised to be the next Attorney General.
I didn't say promised. She suggested it. She suggested it.
There's no reporting to back that up. Hillary Rosen, your thoughts?
Well, I would just say I don't know whether Betsy is actually saying the FBI is still corrupt or not corrupt at all. I subscribe to what your prior guest said, the lawyer Abby Lowell, smart, reasoned lawyer, who basically said, in July we had Comey come out with a conclusion after investigations, after interviews, and in fact even shared his interview documents with the Congress. After all of this, they came to a specific investigative conclusion and a recommendation that they made to prosecutors that Hillary Clinton was not to be subject to any criminal prosecution. What he did on Friday, though, was not a conclusion, was not really even anything that was called for in statute. What he did on Friday was kind of unleash a bunch of vague speculation and threw, a lit match in a kerosene tank in the middle of
absolutely untrue.
In the middle of an election without any detail. And the reason why those two things are different is because the FBI themselves in the last 24 hours have gone to pains to talk about how, well, maybe there really isn't anything there. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't.
That's complete garbage. There are
Well, it's
650,000 emails, according to the Wall Street Journal, on that machine, and it's very likely that State Department emails were in the hands of a sexual pervert who could be easily blackmailed. If
First
that
of
is
all,
not the
that's
definition
not
of carelessness,
true.
putting this nation at
What
risk,
you're
I don't know what
speculating.
is.
You're totally
Betsy, just so
speculating,
you know,
which is
the
I'm
what?
not speculating. Read the Wall Street
number
Journal
is
this
not
afternoon.
a number that we, just so our viewers know, the 650,000 emails is not a number that
up on
CNN
the Wall Street Journal website
I understand
now.
that, and it pertains to all of the emails on the device.
That's right.
Many of them, which would have been Anthony Weiner's, not the emails in question.
You know, you're so
Hillary
busy
Rosen
defending Mrs. Clinton. Why don't you take a look at the big picture? Mrs. Clinton set up a private email system in defiance of federal law, Section 769 in the Federal Records Act. She sent confidential information on it, putting the nation at risk. She destroyed thousands of emails and 13 devices. And you're telling me James Comey's behavior is the issue?
Who's
That's
telling you that?
ridiculous.
Who are you talking to, Betsy? Are you talking to me or Hillary Rosen?
I'm talking to both of you.
It's quite unclear
I'm talking
right
to
now.
both of you because James Comey's behavior should not be the issue. Everyone watching knows that when you leave a job, you don't destroy your computer and your emails if you're an honest person.
Hillary Rosen, let me ask you this. We learned today that the FBI is trying to get a warrant to access these emails. Do you think in full transparency, Huma Abedin and the Clinton camp should just give it over to the agents without having to have a warrant, et cetera, that they should say, here is everything, you know, go through it, you don't even need to get a warrant, just to be fully transparent? If there is no concern there, why not do that?
Well, the FBI themselves said that these emails might already have been turned over. They don't know whether they're duplicates or not from the thousands and thousands of emails that Huma Abedin already had turned over and already did cooperate with the FBI on. So let's be clear about
Hillary.
that.
If Huma Abedin had turned over every device and every email, we wouldn't be talking about this, frankly.
That's right.
Well, the device is different because this is apparently, you know, a shared device. But the issue of the emails are the FBI themselves said to reporters that these could have been duplicate emails. They don't know yet. So I can't imagine that they're not.
Didn't
Stop
respond
it, Betsy.
to
You're just
investigators
ranting.
by providing all
Betsy,
the
you're
emails
just
and all the
ranting today.
devices.
What is going on with you? You're ranting ridiculously.
Well, because
just be
it's so
reasonable.
disturbing to the American people to see this being turned
What
into
is
an attack on
disturbing-
James Comey when it's clearly Hillary Clinton who
What
has
is disturbing is an
committed
11th
acts that
hour.
put our nation in danger.
What
Hillary
is
Rosen,
disturbing
finish your thought.
is an 11th hour, you know, interfering here and giving people like Donald Trump and you fodder when there are no facts. And until there is an investigation, and I have every confidence that Huma Abedin is going to cooperate as much as she can with these facts and with this investigation, as she has all along, until there are facts, the FBI should not be speculating and handing people.
James Comey had to make this
matches.
announcement because
I'm
he
getting
told
the rap
Congress
in my
and the
ear,
American
Betsy.
people in July.
Betsy and Hillary, I've got to leave it there because I have more guests coming up.